Bye, car. See you in a little while. Outdoor walk. Let's do that. Are you recording? Yes, you're recording. Okay. Like I said, we switched over to chest strap. Today I'm just wearing regular, worn out running shoes. You can see it's 0.7 miles up. Got a bunch of plastic wrapped books. What? Maps. Do you want to get a map? You are here. Okay. All right, so what does this say as far as distance? .2. Okay, ridgeline. Vista Knoll Quarry Trail. We'll come back up this way. Okay, my guess is somewhere just over 2 miles. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so we're going up. We're up here. We're going to go left side, which will bring us down to Vista Knoll. No, we'll go to the Boulder Trail, and then come back up. Okay. Boulder Trail is to the left. Left, and then left. All right. So I was going to be curious to see. I mean, the one thing is, yeah, I move my hands around, so you'll see more of my hands and arms. Okay, whatever. That shouldn't be too big a deal. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit rockier here, but not bad. Now, I did get a wide brim hat. Or I put a wide brim hat on. Although it has the little clip things on the sides. So the sides are clipped up, but at least it'll give me a little bit more coverage. And there's Boulder Trail. Yes, you can see it here. The car is out there on 1431. And yeah, I just brought a tea bottle with water in it. As opposed to bringing a camel back. Yeah, my feeling was with Mount Raymond, it was around the 7 mile one way, but I'm not really sure. No doubt there's going to be some elevation gain, but some, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 feet. And yes, this is kind of late in the day. You're right. I'm sorry, do you prefer to have the rocks on the trail? I prefer to have them off. Because if you step on loose rock and it starts rolling, you're going to lose your balance, maybe. Whatever, peace and harmony. Oh, 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 oh. And yes, I do have my watch going. Now it's going to be hard to imagine what this is going to be like in a month. Okay. Yes, my trail running buddy's telling me, hey, just jump down. No, I'm not in that kind of shape right now. Okay? If you are, great, good for you. Well, to be fair, I mean, at one time I would have been in shape for it. And part of the reason for being out here is to get back into shape. Marathons, I don't know, man, I was allowed to be crazy Ray for a while. Right? And now let's just see if I can at least get comfortable walking trails. That's good enough for now. Ow, ow, ow. Right, that was my feeling was, you know, those knee problems that you talk about. You either learn how to stretch and get your knees used to being moved, or you stop and you plan how you have bad knees. But to be fair to you guys, that's my experience. And I didn't stop for knees, I stopped because I was doing an Ironman race, and when I failed to make the gate, so it was 3 loops. I was on the 3rd loop, you're going out. I get to the turnaround spot and they say, gate's closed, we're going to give you a ride back. Oh man. I spent all this time thinking about this, and now I'm not going to get to finish it. Because the Ironman before that was Ironman Texas, where I just gave up essentially. And I've always regretted that. Yes, the first Ironman I did, I completed. Which is really a tribute to my training buddy at that time. Best friend anybody could have. Okay? But I mean, we went, we didn't go absolutely different ways, but we had different approaches on the second one. And it turns out her approach was the right one. Because I was just getting too busy at work. Right? There's always that excuse, oh, I was too busy at work. Yes. Now we bring it back to Ironman Arizona. When I failed to make that gate, I was just brokenhearted over it. And so I stopped running. But I also started getting busy with work. So there's a lot of excuses. I don't have the excuse of being too busy with work anymore. So is that fair? No, I don't know. But it's not really work, right? Doing the video stuff is not, it's work, but I don't get paid for it. That's a fair way to put it. Right, I think it's 254 subscribers, something like that. And that's like, wow, okay. So I do stuff people find somewhat interesting. There's some of you out there who are like, oh yeah, I really want to see that. Okay, cool, thank you, I appreciate that. I was starting to do something on fires, and I never finished because I got busy with other stuff. So yeah, that tends to be, oh, that's the story of Ray. He never finishes. No, it's just, since I'm out here for a long time, I'll go ahead and tell you what I was thinking as far as EV fires go is when you look at the statistics, most car fires have nothing to do with gasoline, have nothing to do with batteries. Okay? That's the truth. Now, if it's an EV, would it have had the same fire concern? No. But anyway, it goes along those lines. What is number one? So there was an issue with, if you're working on your ice car, well, it doesn't have to be ice, right? And you have an oily rag, and you leave it where it can get hot, that can catch fire. Once that catches fire, then it starts spreading fire throughout the engine compartment. That was one of the top 3 reasons. One of the top reasons was some kind of brake fluid fire. I don't know how that works out, but there it is. That's part of it. Okay. What am I leaving out? And there was something to do with the fact that gas engines generate so much heat that heat causes something to catch fire under the hood. Okay. To summarize the top reasons, there's the main summary. So here's the other part of that discussion, right? Well, do EVs have brake fluid? Yes, they do, actually. They do have something called brake-by-wire. If you would do brake-by-wire, you wouldn't have brake fluid anymore. But I mean, I think Tesla's slowly moving that way, but they have a problem with the supply chain, I think. Unless it's a problem with NHTSA saying, well, you can't have brake-by-wire. Why not? I mean, to be fair, at Tesla, its main braking system is the motor regen, right? That's the main way it stops, or brakes. And if you slow down to an easy enough stop, then that's the regen that holds the car, right? You don't actually need the brake calipers to close. The regen will hold the car. So I think on, is it Cybercab? No, it's the Model Y launch. With the Model Y launch, they've introduced at least part of that I think they called it a hybrid system. So maybe they just don't feel like it's quite smooth enough yet. But they're calling it a hybrid. Because the hybrid would imply that you have brake fluid pushing the fluid onto the calipers. That's what I would guess. But I don't know. I'm not a Tesla engineer. I'm not that deep into that stuff. But, I mean, it is the future. Interesting. This looks, it looked wet, but it's powdery. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see how this all works out in the end. So anyway, that's what I was going. But the point where I was getting ready to, okay, so I came across a story that's talking about 9-volt batteries. And apparently somebody's house burned down because a 9-volt battery that was being stored somewhere came in contact with metal, and it caused it to complete a circuit. All right, so I have a couple of 9-volt batteries with the idea that I would connect them up so they complete a circuit and see what happens. Of course, that would create a fire danger if it really does catch fire. And this is not a good time to be creating fires in Central Texas. So I need to find a way to have it controlled, keep it safe. I would imagine the batteries probably get pretty hot, so that's a problem. And it seems like if you had enough dirt around, you could bury it in dirt, but how long would it stay like that? I don't know. So anyway, it's a little bit scary to purposely cause such a problem. And if I go down the lake, because the point is to create a video, right? And so if you go down to the lake with the idea you're just going to throw it in the lake, somebody claim about you polluting the waterway, which sounds fair. Quarry Canyon Trail. Oh, okay, we're down at the lower parking lot. And we got 0.6 miles. Okay. But they ain't like this just a 2-mile day, right? That's what I would hope. You are here. Do you hike between sunrise and sunset? Well, the park closes sunset to sunrise. Stay on the trail. No pets. Use your feet. No alcohol. Whoa. Okay, so I basically came down this way. No, I came down here, came down here, came to here. All right, so that was a shortcut. All right. So we're going back up Quarry Canyon to Vista Knoll to Ridge Line. Okay, let's see how it works out. This part where we go uphill. Oh, wait, what? I don't know if we go all the way up that hill. Anyway, we're going to stay to our left. Whenever we come across one of these signs, we stay left. Oh yeah, today's a much easier day. Is there still some pain in the Achilles? Yes. That's a lot looser. Come back to that subject. That's part of the deal, right? Consistency. If you're a marathon runner, or you want to be, you run 3 times a week. Now you build up, right? If you're not running at all, you can't just jump in and do three runs a week. First, do one run a week where you're at a mile, maybe 2. And then add a second run that's just a mile while you're extending your main run. So the main run for me usually is Saturday, right? Saturday is a big training day. How interesting. I haven't seen anybody else here. I've seen cars, but I haven't seen anybody else. Of course, so I'm talking to you guys, I'm being pretty loud. Okay, anyway. So, add in the second run. Only keep it, don't go over a mile. Okay? The point is to get your body used to it. It's not, well, if I'm going to run a marathon, I go, no. And you can find people on the internet that have training plans. Okay? And yes, I used to run with a group. Actually, I've run with 2 different groups. All right, there's what's his face? I forgot his name. It's a famous Olympian. Anyway, he has a training program, but they tend to be more strict in following the rules. The plan I followed was a little bit looser. All right, and what I mean by following the rules is you have different paces, okay? So, you're fast guys, 6 miles and under an hour. 6-minute miles. Okay? For me, that's crazy. I've only done something approaching 6 miles 2 or 3 times in my life. They're 6-minute miles. When I was training, I usually did like 11 to 11 and a half minute miles. Yeah, so that's a slow group. But that's what I feel comfortable with. Like I said, I have done faster, but for a marathon, there's no way. I felt that was too hard. So those of you who go faster, you're busy laughing at me. Oh, you're so slow. Yeah, okay, it's fine, I'm slow. But I was at least able to complete a marathon within time limit. Now, yeah, you only compare it like Boston, That's not within, I think that's about on limit. But Boston has a lot more charity runners than they used to. It used to be Boston was about being fast. To be qualified for Boston, you're like, oh, I qualified for Boston. And everybody'd say, oh, yes, sir. Okay? Sort of, anyway. Wow. So obviously these rocks are here so you can walk across the stream, but there's grass growing in the stream, so it hadn't been water in a long time. So anyway. What? Okay, so my third marathon ever. And maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. Okay, I wanted to qualify for Marathon Maniacs. Okay, that was the goal I was going for. So I found, I think I found Albuquerque first. So I found Albuquerque Marathon. I'm like, cool, let's go do that. It sounds interesting. I've always been kind of curious about Albuquerque, New Mexico anyway. And as I'm researching, I'm saying, well, is there another marathon in that area? And I came across Roswell. So on the Roswell Marathon, they said no time limit.
Split 1. Good pace. 26 minutes, 34 seconds.
26 minute mile. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So no time limit. And to qualify, what I was going for here was if I do 2 marathons one weekend, I qualify for Marathon Maniacs. Yes, there's easier ways, but I figured that way I get it done. I was also kind of hoping that would be under 1,000 because they were pushing up close to 1,000 members. Okay, well, I didn't make that cutoff point. I'm actually 1670, something like that. It's been so long, I don't remember the number exactly. But anyway, at Roswell, no time limit. Okay, no time limit means even if I'm still going at 8 o'clock at night, I'm still going to official time, and I had to have official times from that marathon, or from those marathons to qualify. Yeah, I'm getting off track because I was talking about training plans, right? But in some ways, this discussion tells you how crazy I am. Or I don't exactly follow the rules, right? That's what the real message is. I don't follow the rules exactly. But I do know if you exceed the rules too far, you end up getting hurt and you can't do it. So there are limits. Anyway, whatever. So when I showed up in Roswell, so first we're out there, Albuquerque, I would stop every 30, 40 minutes, get out of my car, walk a little bit, stretch out a little bit, because man, I was sore. But remember, no time limit means I could walk slowly and still get a time. That's the way I saw it. And I asked them, confirmed it when I got there. That's what the rules mean, right? And they said, yes. That is exactly what it means. Okay. So I come in race day morning, which was a Sunday. Man, my legs are just so tight. because they worked so hard the day before. And so we started out going through this park, and there's this pedestrian bridge over a little creek. It wasn't an arc. Going over that arc, like, oh, that hurts. That's painful. But after that, things started getting kind of flat. We're fine. Although there was a point there where, so it's an out and back, right? I'm going out on top of one hill. I see some kind of tent pop up, whatever it was. Oh, okay, it's not too far away. I can see it. Now this section we're kind of going through rolling hills. And I top one, still don't see it. Top two, still don't see it. I think finally on the third one, oh, finally, there it is. I was so happy to see that. And so, coming back, I was one of the last people, so to speak. I don't know how many people they actually had behind me. And I think a couple of rest stops, they just made sure there was some water hidden on the side, because they left. The people manning those stops left. Which I get. They're used to those guys who are doing 6-minute miles coming out and running marathons. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. We got there. I think the guys at the left stop were kind of the sweepers. They kind of knew that was their job. So they're making sure that we had what we needed. There were still people around me. Some faster, some slower, but you know, it's easier to keep going if you see somebody else is still going. Well, if he's not tired, I'm not tired. Something like that. Anyway, whatever. Oh. So I finally made it. Got my official time. Yay. Went back to Marathon Maniacs. Reported the results. And I mean, the lowest level is a bronze, I think. And I think silver's just above bronze. So I joined Marathon Maniacs as a silver. Which actually was part of my plan. Once I saw they could do this and knew what it meant, okay, awesome. Yeah. So, year of Crazy Ray. Yeah, they're talking about this crazy guy who did 2 marathons one weekend. Yeah, that was crazy. Oh, we're going uphill. And we're still not to the junction yet. Although it's close, I think. Actually, with my first marathon, that's not fair. If we go back to a 10K, I think it was 10K, and I knew at the time I could run a little, walk a little, and I would be okay. That's how I did it. Anyway, I was doing a 10K. It turned out to be a cold, humid, rainy day. I think it's it was rainy, yeah. Anyway, we were going, the first mile was more or less downhill. And I was just running along, going, yeah, when I feel like it, I'll slow down to a walk. It's actually going down Congress Avenue in Austin, Texas. Anyway, I got to the bridge. That was a mile. I ran that whole mile. That's when I first said, like, wait, I can run. Because part of it's training, right? Well, a big part of that is training. Oh, so I did climb that hill, at least to some extent. Okay, so I left for Vista Knoll. See, the part of me wants to take a break, just stand still for a moment, but we're now on top of the ridge, so it's relatively flat. Anyway, so once I finished that, I said, it's possible, I just have to know how to get there. Oh man, look at that. I thought I was at the top. I'm not top yet. So I had the idea, well, you know, the Austin Marathon's in Austin. I live in Austin. So I don't have to go anywhere to get there. Oh. So I started training for it. I actually went to close to where the marathon started that one particular year. And when I got out there, because it was a freezing day, okay? So I got out to a point and saw all these guys running with no top on, just shorts and shoes, obviously, but well, I'm sure some people may not have been. I didn't know I was supposed to look for that. So they're just wearing shorts. It's freezing. In fact, it's so freezing, they had to stay on the road for them to run. That was nuts. Anyway, whatever. It's just kind of an amazing thing to have seen that. And when I went back further, closer to where they started, I found all these throwaway jackets and mittens. Like, okay, let's pick up some mittens. Let's pick up some throwaway jackets. I think there was even a pair of throwaway pants. But that was informative. So for the next year, I was trying to train, but I was finding that I would get to a point and I would start feeling kind of injured. So I wasn't, it wasn't quite working out for me. Because it turns out they have something called periodization. So 2 or 3 weeks you're building, and the 4th week you back off, recover a little bit. Okay, well anyway, so the next year after that, I heard about this group. I forgot who told me. But anyway, I joined, one of my coworkers. I joined the group, and I was, okay, stay with the training plan. I had a really good coach that first time. She was explaining what was going on. And then one day she showed up in the Marathon Maniacs singlet. And I'm like, what's that? She wouldn't tell me. But you could do Google by that time. I did a Google, found their website, found out what the deal was. And so, actually I think that came after the first marathon I did. But anyway, I think that coach was smart enough to know if she told me the details, I would act on it. Okay. What you do by not telling me the details is you force me to look up and find out what it is. Okay? Yeah, that's crazy, Ray. Anyway, there you go. My first 50K was, it was also a cold day. It wasn't freezing, but it was cold. What? Oh, it's supposed to go around the other way? Too bad. I forgot all the details, but anyway, I felt so strong that day. I'm like, okay, I'm going. All right, so here's a picture of Lakeside. Look how they're building up all these places here. There used to be no houses in this section. They've just built it up. Okay, whatever. All right, first 50K. I'm kind of confusing with the 50 miler, but anyway. The 50K, I just said, okay, it's only 31 miles, which is only, what, 5 miles? 5 miles further than a marathon. Okay? One of the training plans said basically, at some point you take your marathon distance training runs and double them, basically. But I knew I had to build up to it, so that's what I did. I built up to it. So my friends ran their 5 miler, 6 miler on weekdays. I added 2 or 3 more miles and gradually built it up. And they're like, you're crazy. Yeah, I am. But that's what's required, right? First of all, you have to have a stubborn mentality that says, I'm going to do it. Or I'm going to find a way to do it. And knowing that other people have done it means that it's a question of training and preparation. Wow, that is a lot. So that first section there of Lakeside, it's as far as I know, that's Marble Falls School District. If that's the kind of thing that matters to you. At least that's the way it was when I was working in a bus yard. Okay, anyway. So there you go. There's the 50K. And once I did that 50K, did it hurt a little bit? Yes, it did. It was work. But I've always, once I started doing marathons, it was more like, because so many people say they can't. Well, why not? Oh, because I don't train for it. Yeah, that's why. It's not that you can't do a marathon, it's just that you don't want to try it. Or you've gotten to a certain point and found that it hurts too much and you don't want to continue. All right, so I knew about the 100 miler runs, and I was going, that sounds a bit too crazy. Or beyond my interest level, let's put it that way. But 50 miler, I thought, okay, it's possible. So, running with the trail running group, I found that there was a 50 miler that was associated with a 100 miler. So the course was going to stay open for the 100 milers. Okay? Which means I had a chance, I had a shot at doing the 50 miler. And I don't remember exactly what it was, like 17 hours something minutes was how long it took me to run that one. Okay, that's Vista Knoll. Let me check my map here. Okay, so to my right, that goes up the Cactus Rocks trail. If I go left here, I go down Ridgeline. Okay, so anyway, it took me 17 something hours. When I finished, where am I at? 50 miler? I mean, when I first started running that 50 miler, it was several loops, okay? I'm running behind a girl that was kind of far away, but she looked so comfortable running. And I went, oh yeah, this is a comfortable pace, I'll run it. Well, that was too much. So I gradually slowed down, eventually slowed down to walking. They said you had to have lights, so I had a headlamp and I had a flashlight, but I didn't make sure I had fresh batteries in either one of those devices. So gradually they kind of started losing their ability to light up. Oh, okay, what do we got here? Vista Knoll Trail, Quarry Canyon. So I'm not to that point yet. Oh no. Okay, whatever. So anyway, I'm stumbling through the dark with just a touch of light. But like I said, I finished 17 hours, something over 30 minutes, I think. And I was going like, yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to do that again, but I finished it. So I can do it. Anyway, one of my running buddies said, hey, what if we did Ironman? All right, this is my friend. This is the best friend you could possibly have. You know, fortunately there was somebody else in the running group who knew how to train. So she wrote up a plan. So here you go. Here's your first plan. So we started doing it. I think my buddy was going back to the training friend, for updates maybe, because she knew I was not very good at keeping track of plans. So she did that part. Anyway, followed that plan. Did Ironman Florida 2012. The only Ironman I've actually finished. Which tells you what kind of training commitment it takes. It takes a deep commitment to get there. Yeah, if you're one of those fast people, it's not so hard on you. But I've never been a fast person. Anyway. And I remember being there on that bike ride, watching all those people. I mean, drafting is legal in Ironman, supposedly. And I say supposedly because there were several groups that went by me. Okay. And if you're using that to say, look, I did Ironman. Not really. You didn't do the full work. No, I did. Pretty much most of what the coach friend was telling us was accurate, although I'm a little bit different. I approach things in a little different way, but it was enlightening to see how it actually works. Okay, there's Ridgeline Trail. Oh, yeah. Okay, my hips are tired. Cactus Rocks Trails to the right. Where are we at? We're almost at 2 miles, almost.
Where you are.
You don't know where I am, and I didn't ask you, so go away. I mean, what a stupid assistant. I don't even know where you are. Well, surely you know you can find the coordinates by GPS, right? Okay, yeah, so I'm sitting down. It's been 50 minutes. And I haven't quite rolled over on 2 miles just yet. Anyway, so, yeah, Ironman, Florida. So, when I got off the bike, headed to T2, my viewpoint was, I just have to do the marathon. And even if I walk a lot of it, I'll finish it. Right, that was a big learning experience right there. Knowing how close you are. Yeah, okay. Let's get going before the watch complains. So, during the marathon, I found this rest stop that had big chocolate chip cookies. Oh, they were so good. All right, perfect, exactly what I need. Okay, I think it was 3 loops. This was on the second loop. And so I'm thinking, like, making a mental note saying, when you come back around again, you need to get another chocolate chip cookie. Well, they were gone the third time. Okay, too bad. But by that time, it was more like stumbling. Too stubborn, too stupid to stop. Just keep going. After I finished, I found out one of my much faster running friends had finished about 20-30 minutes ahead of me, which actually is a lot, but I made the mistake of blurting out saying, oh, if I had known, I would have tried a little bit harder. And then he said, well, could you have done it? I'm like, actually, no, I couldn't. Okay. You're right. It may have been a little bit rude of me to say, oh, if I had known, I could have caught you. But it is true, if you know somebody's ahead of you, and you can find a little bit of energy to push a little bit, I mean, it's possible. 30 minutes, too much. And I don't think it was 30 minutes. I think it was more like 18, 20. But I mean, if I had caught him, what bragging rights? Yeah, because he was a fast runner, at least from my perspective. So the other part is, once I started slowing down, I go, the whole time I'm running, I'm like, well, I don't want my friend to catch me from behind, so I have to keep moving. Finally, I finished, and I found my friend's mother. Was she there? No, maybe it was another friend, right? Because there's just 3 of us, okay? So it was my training buddy and myself, and one friend that came with us who was there as moral support. I mean, when you finish Ironman, the last thing you want to do is pick up all your equipment, okay? You just want to plop down in a chair somewhere, eat some food, drink some Coke or something, and not think anymore. So that's part of what she was there for. And another good friend, but anyway. Anyway, when I came up, some of my friends there, and she talked to my other friend's mom, And I said, well, do you know where she is? I've lost track of her on the tracker. Like, well, she was behind me somewhere, but I don't know where. And so I switched from, yeah, at least I beat her to the finish line, to, oh wait, my buddy's out there, maybe she might need some help. So I started going back a little bit, and found her. I don't think it was a mile away, but I found her. I said, oh, there you are. Yes, your mother's worried about you. Okay. So after that, no worries. Just collect our stuff, get back home, or get back to the, we had a condo, and search around for hotel accommodations. I found this condo that you could rent. It had 3 bedrooms, so, and we're 3 people, works out. Although, so what we call those people to help us is Sherpa. My Sherpa buddy said later when we're leaving, she found out I had a hot tub in my bathroom. He said, hey, I didn't know you had a... Yeah, you're right, I didn't tell you. I kept it to myself. But whatever. That Ironman was a great accomplishment. Okay? Yeah. It was a good time. And we had several friends there that we all kind of trained with. Actually, they were having a prayer, morning prayer. Oh, 30 minutes. Okay. But part of that's just resting, right? Anyway, they had a prayer, morning prayer the day before. My friend said I want to go down to the prayer, and so I went with her. It turned out to be pretty nice. So, yeah, she's a good person. What? I didn't tell that one? Okay. So what was I doing? That wasn't Ironman, Texas, was it? I don't think so, but maybe it was. Maybe it was Galveston, I don't remember which one. Anyway, coming back, I kind of mentioned, she mentioned something about, one of us mentioned something about, in Brenham they have Bluebell ice cream. I thought, well, it's just right up there. We can drive over there, stop by, get some ice cream. Well, it turns out they were closed on Sundays, but, or Saturdays, I forgot which day it was. Anyway, driving along, she saw a dog lying in the grass. And so she asked about stopping. She was driving. And she asked about stopping because I guess she didn't want to make me mad stopping for no reason, right? Yeah. I said, yeah, fine, go ahead. And then she went up to the dog and found it had been hit. And I guess he'd been laying there for a while. So then she asked if he could borrow one of my water bottles to give it some water. Okay, fine, here's some water. And that dog drank all that water up. So I gave him a little bit more water. But then she found that dog had a tag on it. So she called the owners. And they came, I think they said they had sold the dog or something. I don't remember exactly. Remember, I'd just done a triathlon. I was kind of out of it to some extent. Anyway, the way I look at it is like, that's my friend. That's what my friend does. My friend stops and helps animals in trouble. How about your friend? Yeah, okay. Me, I probably wouldn't have even seen the dog. Or if I had seen the dog, I wouldn't even thought twice. Anyway, truly great friend. Truly great person. Okay, is she always a great person? Yeah, maybe not, but she did want to stop and help that dog. And that's what a good person does. Okay? Plain and simple. Okay. Whatever. So you're listening to me do all this rambling and talking. At the same time, I'm having a hard time breathing because I'm breathing so hard. Yeah, I'm out of shape. But you know how you get in shape? You start walking, start running, whatever. You start doing workouts that'll get you back in shape. And you have to be committed enough to keep doing it. It's that simple, that easy. Nothing to it. Yeah, sure. So I have a feeling this is actually just over a mile, this particular section of trail. But once I pop out, it's just halfway down that hill to the parking lot. Which means I'll be somewhere in between 2 and 3 miles. So last night when I set up my Model 3 for camp mode, I pulled my Model Y out of the garage just so there's plenty of room to open the door. Because I wasn't quite sure I might have to roll out of the car, right? And that means the door being open wider. Anyway, so when I pulled the Model Y back in the garage, I noticed that the windshield looked kind of dusty. So I ran the wipers once. And yes, there was a bunch of dust on my windshield. Yeah. That's the wind coming through West Texas, picking up dust and sand and whatever, and then depositing it. Yes, sir. It's been that kind of winter, where the strong winds blow out of the mountains. And we're into a drought, so you expect things to be dry. Like I said, if you're thinking about moving to Central Texas, no, don't come. We barely have enough water as it is without you taking more. Okay, up, come on. You can do it. Oh man, imagine if this rock was wet. That'd be pretty hard to deal with. Oh, it's a cactus. I thought there was a trail sign here. It's just a cactus. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh man. My legs are starting to get really tired.
come on, just a little bit more. What? Just go to the left? I think so. Oh, it goes down there? Well, how if I stay up here for a little bit? Worked so hard to climb up the hill. I'm not sure I want to go back down. Yeah. That's way down there now. Okay. Oh, race cheating. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, it's more of a drop than I really want to do. Yeah, the tightness on the right side is there. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, my mouth's pretty dry, huh? Okay. Up. So eventually I did have to go down to this path. There are trees in the way. Up there. Oh, ow. Yeah. Oh, come on, please tell me I'm almost there. Did I catch a glimpse of it off to my left? To Sunset Deck. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Oh, how far is this? I don't want to walk far. Where am I at? 2.4 miles. That's way over there, okay. So I just saw a guy walk by. Yeah, so I see heard some people over here to the left. I guess they're on the deck. I may have turned my camera off. Yeah. All right, let me turn the camera off here. All right, welcome back, guys. Time to head that back down the trail, I think. What? So you want to do the trail or you want to do the road? What? Yes, I want to do the road. I think it'll be a little bit easier on me. There'll be more direct sunlight. Oh. Private road, no trespassing. Okay. There you go. So it's like guy said, "Oh, I'll see you here or what?" Oh no. I'm just trying to get into it. Nice guy, yeah. He's talking about how he likes to come out here because of the scenery. Yeah, that's true. But I'm also not into running at the moment, so I can't do runs. But walks I can do, or hikes I can do. I guess next time I'll say Luke, he's going to no, 3 miles about my max at the moment. Well, you used to be able to do 7, yes. I also used to do runs. I haven't done any runs in a long time. Whatever. I do see that my camera is on the red, so what camera did I use last time? No, not you. I don't care what you had to say. Outdoor walk. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, whatever. I don't think it's quite a half mile down this road to the next trailhead. But this is going to be far easier than doing the trail. I come think, yes, I do have hiking poles, too. I just didn't think to bring it. Interesting note, that guy and his wife, they had what looked like bamboo poles. I don't know. All right. And I don't know how much you guys could see of it, but there were times I was holding on to branches on trees that were next to the path I was stepping down or stepping up. Yeah, maybe I should have took the trail. I'm saying that there's a path right there. But I'm only half serious. I don't want to do the trail at the moment. I'll tell you, the one thing I really don't like about this particular place is that it's right next to 1431. So you hear all the cars going by. But it's close into Lago Vista, right? I didn't check to see how far it was mileage-wise, but maybe 8-9 miles. A lot of it's under trees, so you're not having a whole lot of direct sun. So that's good. 0.1 miles already. Oh yeah, so I think it was 0.5. You just call it 3 miles, which is about what I did over there at Doeskin Ranch. And yes, the city has Sunset Park, I think it's called, and they have kind of a walking path around it, or trail, because it's back into the trees some. My impression was a little bit less defined. And yes, the POA has that thing at the activity center. I'm just not that much into that. Looks like they dug a little fire line here. Well, it's little. Doesn't go very far in, does it? Huh. Okay. I think maybe tomorrow is supposed to be 90. I forgot. No, tomorrow's supposed to be slightly cooler. Whatever. Okay, at some point this camera's going to power off, but oh, that is kind of hot. Okay, so camera number 3, maybe not the best choice for trail walks. Maybe the SD card while it's getting hot. Oh. Oh, there was another hiking path up in the north side of the wildlife refuge, I guess. I'm not sure if it goes quite that far, but there it is. This isn't it, is it? Anyway, so maybe sometime next week I'll go check that one out. It doesn't show up on the map handout that they have here. Well, I'm tired. So they have you parking in the grass over here. That's kind of strange. Oh, they have a section where it's just gravel. You are here. Okay. What? Texas alligator lizard? Okay. All right, so sort of a straight line, kind of, sort of. Oh. What's that you said? Oh, really? You just wanted to hear my feet hitting the rocks? See, if I was a runner, I could be running right now. It's kind of like being a Marine, right? Once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. Once you're a marathon maniac, you're always a marathon maniac. The only question is how much you're practicing. .46. Any chance that orange cone down there means something to me? Yeah, I probably should have put on some sunblock in. It's interesting, they have all these little fire pits along the road. I'm sure they're trying to thin out the dead trees. Yep, it's going. Is that a truck? Oh, that may not mean anything to me. Oh, so it's a road scraper. Boundary. Oh, wow. Really? Okay. Oh, I guess he's doing that down here too. Oh, you're getting ready for rain? Possible. Make some little ditches on the sides, let the water run through the ditches. Well, it's not very good in some places, but okay, whatever. U.S. government. So the dump truck belongs to him, but the grader doesn't. Okay. I do know that one time I was up here, it was wet season, I guess. Definitely some rain. And this stuff here was just all wet. Puddles. Okay, come on. 0.69. Oh man, it's further than I thought it would be. Oh, I guess he's also kind of graded the road. Okay. Okay. There's a pedestrian sign. So it must be almost there. That's what he's doing. He's trying to grade up this middle of the road, I guess. Alright, so for those of you who remember, the point is we're trying to get ready for Mount Raymond for when I finally get around to going there. I mean, let's face it, it's a day and a half drive, right? Something like that. Oh, there's the cat. the dozer. Huh, I don't know. All right. Yeah, pedestrian crossing. Here we are. No, they don't have lines, but that's what the signs mean. Goes parking lots on the left, trailheads on the right. Okay. There we go. Yeehaw. So it worked out to be about 3 miles. Yes. Probably just over 3 miles actually, but there we go.